Hi, Bad. I'm doing a project in sociology, and it's about how social media affects our day-to-day life. However, my experiences are different than CC like yourself, so I ask you, how do you stay positive during the age of social media? You don't have to answer. What a great question. What a great question. Let me put it this way, right? I'm not one of the people who are like, oh, social media is great. Social media is awesome. Like, everybody should use all the social media, right? But I'm also not one of these people who's like, social media is the worst. It's poisoning the minds of our younger generations or whatever. Like, I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I think social media, like everything else in life for the most part, is a tool capable of delivering a lot. I think social media will deliver you, think of it like a highway. Whatever you want, social media, or really the internet in general, can deliver you a lot of whatever you want, right? Just let's be frank about that. If you want a lot of negativity or things that will sort of poison your mind against itself, I should say, or ruin your self-esteem is what I mean. Not like poison your mind. I mean like that will make you go and be depressed and things like that. Social media is a great way to get a lot of that to you, right? It's a tool, right? I think social media is a tool that can do a lot of good and can do a lot of bad, okay? And I think that's one of those things that you're kind of in the market of, I think you will get out of social media what you're trying to get. If you're looking for a community and places where you can have interesting conversations with people, you can find that in social media. If you're looking for a place to actively hate on people and harass people, well, you can find a lot of that in social media. If you're looking for places where you can, worry about your self-image or things like that, and worry about things you don't have and things like that. Again, there was some study that came out about Instagram or something like that being how it had like a negative effect on young people. And I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't think that happens to everybody who uses social media, but I see where you're coming from in that I think again, social media, like anything else, has its good things. It has its bad things. It's kind of a super good answer. I don't think we should ban social media or anything like that. But I definitely think that people shouldn't treat social media like it's harmless. You feel me? I think what we should do is we should be respectful of the fact that social media, you know what? I can't think of anything better than the Spider-Man quote. With great power comes great responsibility. And I think social media has a lot of power to do a lot of good in the world. It also has a lot of power to do a lot of bad in the world. And I think we need to be respectful of that and recognize the potential and not ignore that. There you go. But, so yeah, definitely used with caution would be a good way to phrase that. But interesting. Tell me more about your, how do you stay positive during the age of social media? I missed the underlying point of your question. You weren't asking for necessarily a critique or an analysis. I'd say, how do you stay positive? You have to remember and remind yourself constantly that a lot of what you see on social media is not the whole picture. It's not that it's not real, right? But it's not the whole picture. And yeah, there is a lot of fake stuff on social media, but a lot of what you're seeing is not the whole picture. So a lot of people get really depressed because they see somebody with a very expensive car, in a very expensive house, wearing very expensive clothes, and they go, why do they have that and I don't? Why can't I be like them? They look a certain way and they go, why don't I look like that, right? I think it's important to remember that when you see someone happy and showing that stuff off, and you're seeing one side of that. You're only seeing what that person wants you to see. Okay? There's a whole other side to that. You don't know what's going on in that person's head. For all you know, that person is miserable and you would have no clue. Okay? And so it's very important to keep that in mind. And I like to sort of ground myself, and also having friends around you to help ground you as well. And just reminding yourself that what you're seeing is not necessarily reality in its whole. You should be wary of social media. Make sure to balance yourself by recognizing that you're only seeing one part of it. You're only seeing what the person wants to show you. Okay, and it may be missing a whole other side in things like that.